All right, travel day number 2. We are about to hit the road, but first we've got to go drive to the office and get some propane, and then we'll hook the Jeep up. And of course, before I pull out, I noticed my lovely bride has not taken the mouse house yet. All right, I'm probably gonna need you to back up some, babe. Hey babe, I need you to move over this way a little bit. All right, so we're gonna hook up Jeep. Damn it. Not this far. Hold on. All right, so that are the tow bars are hooked up. Next, we'll put the safety chains on. Cindy normally comes out and helps, but she is on the phone in the Jeep. One of the workers from the old park and cellars called. The police are out there. Huge domestic. They're kicking out. And this is just a story I'm getting from over here in bits and pieces, but they're kicking out one of the guests. It's the second time. We documented about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, where the police were called and had to respond because of a domestic. And so they're being kicked out of the park. And they called us to get a little bit of advice and direction, or just because I don't really know why they called us. Cindy's talking to them. I'll find out more. Campground drama. We've had nothing but problems with this guy. When we were there, he said employees were stealing his packages. So whenever he got a package, we would make him come to our camper to get it, and we would take pictures of it. This is what gets the signal from the camper to the Jeep lights, and then from there the Jeep goes out and it lights up the roof. And this is the breakaway if the camper gets separated from the Jeep. Then it will pull the pin down there and it will disconnect it. I do not like the way that is sitting. I usually run it up over and in to keep it from dragging. So yeah, sounds like we left Campground in South Carolina just in time to not have to deal with the drama. All right, so I've got the Brake Buddy brake controller hooked up. I've got it on sensitivity 2. I've done it through the 5 tests that it has to do. I've got the Jeep in neutral. See, it's got 2 high, 4 high, then neutral, and low, 4 low. And so it's in neutral. And so the wheels are freed up and we are ready to go. So I'm sitting here waiting on that big mobile suites to get around the curve. And I thought, hey, I didn't let them know what's going on. So at the Lincoln Drive dash, it says we've got 5 hours, 22 minutes. So 6.5 hours, 6 hours, 277 miles. Garmin says 266 miles. So we'll see. See you down the road. There goes the mobile suites.
So getting out of the campground's not going to be a big deal. It's just once we get on that narrow road again, right?
Yes, the Guinea Station Road. I asked the manager about
4 miles of...
Yeah, he says that road's been bad since the Civil War. Oh, this is tight. The way they've got that little sign right there for that site. Oh, there's actually more room than it looked like it would be.
Gotta love it.
So this morning was the first time in a while that I've had the upset stomach from traveling. And I don't think it's so much traveling, because I tell you, the Tiffin has been such a good camper, and it's been 6 years since we owned the Coachman that gave me PTSD. But I think it's the culmination of going to somewhere on roads that we've never traveled, going around DC, which I hear is very congested,
take the next left onto Guinea Station
and
Road.
Preparing to start a new job in a couple of days. I think the mixture of all that has me a little stressed. But I drank a little bit of my seltzer water. Carbonated water seems to calm me down. Oh, I forgot to take my jacket off.
Once you get moving, you're usually okay.
That's quite the drop off right there.
And I guess people saw it when we were coming in. But yeah, there is no shoulder on this road to help you.
No, like show right off there. That just drops straight down into oblivion.
Yeah, I mean,
look up here around this corner.
Yeah, it just goes straight down.
Well, there's trees to stop you.
Yeah, to stop you. But the trees are right on the roadway. I mean,
kill you.
This asphalt is what? Probably 2 inches?
Yeah.
Above ground level. So if you go off of that, you're going to probably get a flat tire and get stuck.
The camper's going like, you're making me climb such a big hill this early in the morning.
Well, it's just the... Alright, so we're going to...
Now, it's not taking us back the way it took us.
To get on 95?
No, it's taking us to the right.
Really?
Yep.
And that's the trucker one says that too.
The trucker and Lincoln Drive dash. I cannot get the Waze guy to hook up. I think we're in a bad internet spot or something. I'm going to try it again in a minute.
Alrighty, so we did take a right out of the campground, and I guess it's just bringing us further down 95. Maybe it's easier to get on here. I don't know. Or maybe it's so we don't have to backtrack.
In a quarter mile,
Who knows? All I know is that I am glad this mobile suites got over. It was in the right lane. Cindy was questioning if I was going the right direction.
I was, but anyway,
But they came over to give Cindy reassurance we were going the right way.
And they must have been flying down that road at the campground.
Yeah, I don't know how they did it, 'cause we pulled out right behind them, and they were nowhere to be seen until I got to the stop sign.
Turn left onto the I-95 North ramp, then merge onto I-95 North.
And these cars are gonna zip in between you.
Yeah, except for she's got to yield. We'll be able to see just how fast that Mobile Suites goes. He's already pulling away.
Yeah.
And those things are heavy. That is like the heaviest fifth wheel. That is a true full-timer's fifth wheel.
43 miles.
And they weigh, that thing weighs more than this.
There's a stalled vehicle ahead.
And this weighs 24,000 pounds.
Alright, so we made it on to 95.
Yep, and it says we stay for 43 miles, and then we get on 495.
So that's gonna take us around the city?
I don't know. It just says towards Baltimore.
Yeah, so it must be taking us around DC.
All right, cruise control set on 62. I have yet to get my Waze up and running. For some reason, it would not work at
Where
the
we were,
campground.
so you want me to
So
work
I'm
on
only-
that. Is
I-
that
I'm-
your subtle way of saying, Cindy, would you get
Well,
that up and running so I can
I'm
hear
lost
that
because I've
annoying
only
guy?
got 2 GPSs going.
Oh, you're lost.
Yeah.
Okay. He wants to... Apparently he wants to hear the annoying guy on the way.
Well, and we had somebody in the comments of Travel Day 1 video said something to the effect of that would be confusing having that many GPSs. It's called options.
Apparently it's a comfort thing.
They all get me there a different way, but the Garmin is the one I rely on, which I'm probably gonna have to replace it this season because I tried to update it again last night and it will not update. So, as one of our favorite YouTubers says, carry on.
So we're getting close to DC. We're gonna go around it, of course. But kind of expect
It says Alexandria is 20 something miles away, DC is 30 something miles away.
yeah, but Alexandria takes us around
Right.
DC. So we'll go that way.
So I got the Lincoln Drive dash says go left and the Garmin says go right. So we're gonna go with the Garmin. The only thing that has me a little worried about the Garmin is it hasn't been updated in like 4 years. And so fingers crossed it's good. And if I can ever get anybody on the phone on Garmin, maybe they can help me with it, but I can't ever get anybody to answer the helpline.
So we have our first dilemma of the day.
Yes. The dueling GPSs.
One says go to the right.
It's 11 miles shorter, but that GPS is several years out of date. The one to the left is 11 miles longer. They both say I-95.
They both go around DC.
Right. This is one of the things about being in a new area. Everything is foreign. And so it takes a little getting used to.
Well, and we're in a big traffic area. And unfamiliar territory. And we're in a big vehicle and we can't just turn around any old place.
One says, that sign said 95 38 395, and this one says 95 495. So I'm gonna keep an eye on the trucks. If all the trucks go left, then that's what we'll do. If they appear to be peeling off to go to the right, that's what we will do.
I just saw the information about that tunnel Fran and them were talking about.
Well, I told the guy when he filled up with propane, which was almost 14 gallons, to leave the propane turned off. So I think that if we have to go through tunnels, as long as we've got the propane turned off, we're good. We just can't have it on like with something lit and that sort of stuff. I think.
I thought Frank and Fran said something about if you've got it on board.
I don't know. Alright, so I think we have made a decision. There was a sign back there that said I-95 North, left 2 lanes for New York and New Jersey. So because the sign is there and because the Lincoln Drive dash says to go that way, which is hooked up to Google Maps, we're going to go that way because this GPS is out of date and there may have been some rule changes or some road changes or some unknown construction.
So that one's telling you to go the other way?
The Garmin's saying go to the right in 1.5 miles. This one is saying go to the left at 1.7. So like this says 95 Baltimore, and that one's Washington and Tyson Corners. And we know we're still going north because with my police training, I know that odd numbers go north and south, even numbers go east and west. And you remember that because even and east both start with an E. So north is, this is taking us north. And the sign said New Jersey, New York, left 2 lanes.
And these are probably cherry blossom trees.
In a quarter
Yes.
mile, use the left 2 lanes to turn slightly left to stay on I-95 North.
They're pretty.
For I-495
Yeah.
East, Baltimore.
Alright, here's the big decision.
Use the left 2 lanes to turn slightly left to stay
You're
on
doing the
I-95
left
North.
too, right?
Signs for I-495 East, Baltimore.
Alright, did we make the right choice?
I-95 North for 6 miles.
Time will tell.
The Garmin is pissed off.
See if we can see it.
I do not miss big cities. You know, we're from the area of Columbia, South
Yeah,
Carolina,
I don't miss the big city.
which was pretty big, but we lived in Eastover out in the boonies. And we seem to always pick parks to work at that are,
Take us through a big city
but we're not
to get there, but we're not in a big city once
when we're
we
there.
get there.
Yeah, this one says in 1 mile, go to the left, and the Lincoln Drive dash is saying in
So
1
I
mile,
wonder what it's taking
go to-
us around.
Alexandria.
In half a mile, continue straight onto I-495 East, I-95 North, signs for Alexandria.
And this one wants me to go to Baltimore.
Well, we're going to eventually be on 95 to Baltimore, so that one says local and this one says
Continue
through.
straight onto
So I wonder if
I-495
we
East,
should go to
I-95
through.
North, signs for Alexandria.
Alright, we just switched GPSs.
Continue on I-495 East for 4 miles.
Oh my gosh. This is very nerve-wracking.
I wonder if this one's going to take us through town and that one's going to take us, I don't know.
That said local though.
Alright, well, decision's made. I can't jump the wall.
Holy mackerel. So that one said local traffic. This one said through traffic. Okay, it makes me feel a little better. There's a camper.
Okay. And there's a Class B camper. 2 campers. Alright, so...
Alright, I hope we made the right decision.
So you've got 2.5 miles to your state sign, and we're getting ready to cross is this going to be the Potomac River up here?
I don't know, but I'm a nervous wreck already. And I saw something about a drawbridge.
We'll jump it.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, look at not a tram, the monorail,
It could be a tram.
I don't know.
Public transportation.
We're in the water.
I don't know. It's the now I'm all worried about Baltimore, Maryland, because we got to go through that tunnel, and the tunnel's tall enough, but somebody said something about propane, and I don't see anything on my Allstays app about propane in that tunnel. It just tells me the height of the tunnel. And when I look on Allstays, I don't see any other direction to go around it and not have to go through a tunnel.
Drawbridge ahead. Prepare to stop. 0.4 miles to your sign. Be on the lookout for your sign too.
It's liable to be on the bridge.
It's liable to be on the bridge. Alright, with those black around there, that's the bottom light lit up?
Yes.
Okay. 0.1 miles.
Oh my goodness. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, but the sign's gonna be out here, baby.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was trying to show them something else.
Welcome to the
road.
District of Columbia. So it says 0.7 miles now, so I didn't see a sign. Here's something up here. Maryland sign, there it is, baby. See it?
Yes.
Leave no one behind. Okay.
There's a Ferris wheel over there.
Yeah.
I know I got that sign.
Yeah. Yeah, if you couldn't have got that sign, that's been the easiest sign ever.
So this has not been as uneventful as the first day.
Decisions.
Oh, I don't like making so many decisions this early in the morning. Are they coming our way?
Yep. Must be a wreck ahead. Yep. Shows on the map. It was bound to happen.
With this much traffic.
Ooh, that car barely got around us. I'm ready for some countryside, baby.
I know. Alright, we're looking at this car right here. It says new driver on the bumper sticker. Hopefully you see that yellow sticker. So my comment was, I would not want this to be where I learn how to drive. And Ellie said, can you imagine having a student driver in a Mercedes? Your student driver wouldn't be in a Mercedes, would they, baby?
When our kids got cars, I looked for $500 beaters. Alright, so this says downtown Inner Harbor.
You are kidding me.
No, 395 north.
So should we have gone the other
No,
way?
all three of them said to go this way. We're going to exit 53. Except for the Garmin says in 18 miles go left.
Alright, so we're going to get off at this rest area and do some evaluation.
There's one thing I noticed when I expanded the Garmin, which is out of date. It says that we have to go, that wants to take me over the Key Bridge. And if I remember correctly, last year, a shipping container boat hit the Key Bridge. Luke McFadden, the YouTube channel I watch, he's the waterman, went and explored it in his fishing boat. And so I think because that bridge doesn't exist anymore is why it wants to take me to the downtown Inner Harbor. So we're going to follow the downtown Inner Harbor and not follow the Garmin, because I'm going to do some checking here at the rest area, but I do not believe the Key Bridge is a thing anymore. And is this rest area,
Are you kidding me?
this full?
Or is it just lanes on the side?
Slight right.
Campers and cars.
That's weird that they've got
Continue for half a
campers
mile.
pulling off with the cars.
Keep left.
Yeah, there's real parking right there, but I'm gonna pull over here.
Right. And these RV slots.
Well, I don't know if they're RV slots.
Well, that's what it looks like.
But I don't want to get too close or I won't be able to get out.
Right.
And the nice thing is when you step out of the RV, show that hill. You fall
Right down the little hill there.
right down the little hill.
So we're going to go inside and we're going to talk to them about the best way to go, right?
Right. And
We needed a potty break anyway.
I'm going to get, I need to rest for a minute. This has been a stressful
Yes, it has.
ride.
We're trying to read all these signs, read the GPSs,
And there's so
make
much
decent
traffic.
decisions, and I mean, we've got campers right here, so that's a good sign.
Yep. I'm stress eating. So
No
the
judgment.
information center was closed, but the mobile suites y'all saw leaving at the beginning of this video, they actually were already here. So I went and talked to them. They're actually going almost where we're going. They've already left, but they said to take 695. That it's like 13 miles longer, but you don't have to go through the tunnels. You go around the city.
And
you don't have
she's
to
never
worry about the
known
propane.
you to be allowed to go through the tunnels with propane.
Correct.
On or off?
Speaking of propane.
Yeah, speaking of propane, there's propane truck.
I'm eating cold pizza.
Yeah, we're stress eating.
In a quarter mile, merge onto I-95
And I've got my
north.
snacks.
First of many.
So she said they're just going to go $6.95 just to stay, because she doesn't like going in the tunnels anyway.
Or through this city area.
Yeah, she said she thinks the traffic's worse. She doesn't like going through the tunnels, so they're just going to do $6.95. So that's what we've decided to do. And we looked at the map on the side of the building that says you are here, and they have little signs that say exit whatever 695 loop. So
49B, I think.
I took a picture of it.
I'll try to insert it here.
So we're just going to do that, stay on the safe side, not worry about the tunnel, and try to get out of some of this traffic. Right, babe?
Yes. And the propane tank is blocking the road. Awesome. Woo! I'm barely gonna miss that sign.
You're good on my
And
side.
considerate people.
Alright, so back on the road we go. And pull out into all this traffic. And you said you were able to set one of your GPSs to get off at
The
695?
Lincoln Drive Dash gave me the option to choose from 3 routes.
Continue
Route
on
C
I-95 north for 12
with
miles.
695.
Okay. So this is where it says to get off of Baltimore Harbor Tunnel Thruway.
And it's a toll.
Well, I think there was a toll and a non-toll. I don't know.
We're doing the 695.
No, I totally agree. I think that's the better choice. I was just showing them what this says.
It says lane, left lane. Right? Is that B? Yeah. So we've had 15 times more stress today, and we're not quite halfway. The way that guy in that mobile suites drives, he's probably already halfway around it. No, the Mercedes could be a student driver is why they're going so slow.
Yeah. Is he anticipating a sharp turn or something?
Use the left lane to take exit 49B.
Oh, it didn't say slow down, but that was...
Continue on I-695 north for 26 miles.
I really wish they would post on those underpasses like that.
Well, if they're over a certain height, then they'll have to post.
Alright, so far I think that was the right thing to do,
There's a
don't
slowdown
you?
on I-95 north that is
Except for
causing
we keep
delay.
getting a slowdown. We were in like a 20-minute slowdown back there.
Which saves 12 minutes.
This is absolutely the most stressful travel day we've had in our 6+ years of RVing. Everything up in, I guess this is called New England, I don't even know, but everything seems so tight, so convoluted. You know?
In a quarter mile, merge onto I-95 north.
It's been stressful because we've never been this way. Well, we just didn't know what to expect. We didn't know what the roads were going to look like. We didn't know anything about the area.
And the roadways are very confusing.
Well, there's 50 different ways to get to one place and you don't know which one's the right way. There's no direct route.
See, this says in 9 miles, get off on 152. This one says, the Garmin says stay on this for 45 miles.
So the GPS tried to reroute us so we wouldn't get in all this traffic, but we weren't sure what type of road conditions we were going to get into if we did that. And all of the trucks stayed on this route.
Yeah, which made me think that the other way was not going to be conducive to the motorhome, because in Lincoln Drive Dash doesn't have anywhere to put the size of your motorhome. It basically uses Google Maps. I'm not using Waze today. The guy just frustrates me too much. So I'm just down to the outdated Garmin and the Lincoln Drive Dash. So I think to relieve a lot of my stress and frustration,
We're going to have to.
I'm gonna have to just buy a new GPS if I cannot get the Garmin to update, or pay the $179, which is like buying a new GPS, to get the onboard Kenwood GPS updated. I cannot, for the amount of traveling we do, because we sit so long on jobs, I just can't see paying $179 a year, which is what they want to keep the Kenwood updated, to travel 3 or 4 times. So I'm probably going to look at going on Amazon and getting a brand new Garmin Truckers GPS, and possibly stop using the Lincoln Drive Dash, and definitely stop using the old Garmin, because I am so over having to second guess the system, because that one doesn't have our size in it and our height, and this one is outdated.
Do we need to get over?
It looks like the over are exit lanes. See how it's got the...
Well, just...
I don't know. I'll have to see.
Oh my gosh. These two
Those are the
look
exit
like
lanes.
exit-only lanes.
Alright, this Infinity is actually going to be nice enough to let us over. But, you know, I know I've said it, and I'm not whining, but I'm whining, is that this has not been an enjoyable trip today. This has been the absolute worst travel day. Part of it is my own fault for not having up-to-dated. Yeah, I figure I've always been able to do it this way. But the traffic up in New England, which is what I think this area is called, is so bad and so convoluted that you need to have
Up to date.
I don't know how they used to do it on paper maps, with all the restrictions on the roads and everything that they've got up here. Like, oh, you got propane, you can't go this way. If you are over 13 feet tall, you can't go that way. It's just...
Well, people didn't
It wasn't as
travel in
congested.
this big vehicles a long time ago either.
Well, I'm talking about the 80s.
When they used paper maps.
We used to use AAA would send us our paper
Yeah, but we
maps.
never traveled around in a motorhome either.
There's a lane closure ahead.
So, very frustrating. It'll be a couple $100 to get an up-to-date GPS. I'm tired of people building stuff to be obsolete. Like this Garmin, supposedly when I bought it, I paid extra for lifetime updates, map updates, but it won't do it. It's like, oh, they don't expect your lifetime to be more than 4 years. I'm serious. It's like...
It's been longer than 4 years that we've had that.
We bought that, yes. So we bought that when we had the Forester. So that's 2 motorhomes ago. But for me, a lifetime is a long time. It's not 6 to 8 years. So
That's our vent.
that's
slash
I'm
rant for the
frustrated.
day.
We've been in standstill traffic. Almost, I mean, face out the window.
Yeah,
we've
but
been in
it's
standstill
not
traffic.
Standstill, it's just slow.
Okay, 18 miles an hour. That's standstill. This is like the 5th time.
It's just because of where we are, babe. Once we get through this, hopefully it's not going to be like this bad.
And then I got to figure out if we have to get on the turnpike or not.
Yeah, then we had... So this is the other frustrating thing is then we had one of the GPSs tell us to get on the New Jersey Turnpike. Well, you don't have to get on the New Jersey Turnpike, but then the road that you would get on instead of the New Jersey Turnpike, there's a lot of
low bridges.
Yeah, low bridges. All right, new development. Hopefully I can get this signed. We're back on 95. And then, evidently, there's a section on 95 that has a toll road. Last exit before toll. Over there, toll 95.
$12.
And we don't have an easy pass.
In a quarter mile, take exit 89 for Maryland 155 West.
So I guess we're getting off on 155 West.
Yeah, and I guess it'll take us around the toll. Because it said $12 toll for 2-axle vehicles. Well,
In a quarter mile,
I guess
turn
I'm
left onto
2 axles, but
Maryland
I have to tow
155
another
West.
car with 2 more axles. So I don't know what all this is up here. I'm a southern country boy. We're not used to all this crap.
Turn left onto Maryland 155 West.
So we're gonna go Maryland 155 West and hope we don't end up in a ditch.
And hope for the best. I mean, we don't know what to expect from...
How's it look that way?
You're good. And we don't want to rack up a bunch of
Continue
fees
on Maryland 155 West for 3 miles.
if
Alright.
we don't have to.
So this
In 3
says,
miles, turn right onto Maryland 161 North.
and then we go 161 to 623 to number 1 north to 222. Back on 161.
In 2 miles, turn right onto Maryland 161 North.
I don't know if we ever
In
get
2
back on
miles,
that.
turn right onto Maryland
So
161 North.
all my gas stops are obsolete now.
Yep. So on a positive note, it's nice to go and see the countryside. I'm sorry I've been so negative today, but it's just been frustrating. But this is absolutely some beautiful country back here in the rural Maryland countryside. I was just talking the other day how I was missing the mountains and stuff of Montana. We have some nice steep narrow roads here, kind of remind me of Montana a little bit. A lot of beautiful farms. Ooh.
Maybe this will help us decompress a little bit before we get on any other crazy roads. Wonder what this is that for a subdivision?
No, it's a farm.
Oh wow, that's pretty. Oh wow, that's a big old barn or stable or something back there.
Look at that beautiful house. This is pretty. feel my stress level coming down for now.
This is Darlington.
That's what it looks like. Little town of Darlington, Maryland.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Maryland 623.
Oh, those are cute. Truck. What is that? Martin's. Nice looking fire station.
At the light, turn right onto US 1 North.
Harley Davidson. What is that? Eisenhower's.
Chesapeake.
Chesapeake.
Yep.
Continue on US 1 North for 2 miles.
Hydroelectric station. I wonder if it's going to tell me. Oh wow, look how low the water is.
Look how narrow the road is.
Sorry, I guess I should be looking. Look at all that trash over there.
Holy crap.
Huh. People are going, why are they coming this way?
I'm the driver. The driver is saying, why are we going this way? Holy crap.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Maryland 222 South. At the light, turn right onto Maryland 222 South.
We do have a choice. We can go straight to 95 or Maryland 222 South.
Continue on Maryland 222 South for 8 miles.
Okay, so let me get back on the map and just make sure we're not going to run into anything on this road. Alright, so I didn't see any low bridges or anything like that coming this way. Narrow roads, I bet, but no bridges. But I guarantee you, all of these cars that we're passing are wondering what the world we're doing on this road.
Now, after I turned on here, I saw a sign that says not over 10 tons. Well, we can carry up to 24,000 pounds. I don't think we're near that, but we're heavy. So, I mean, worst travel day ever.
In 6 years?
Yep. Well, really, before that, we were RVing before that. I mean, that daggone thing comes right out into the road. Jesus.
Yeah, it swooped in at the road. When we leave New Jersey, we're going to have to come up with a better route. Because this has not been pleasant.
No.
I almost wish, well, I don't know what I wish. We're going to have to figure it out. Going straight up 95 sounded like a good idea. I didn't see anything about this 13.6 bridge in Port Deposit, historic waterfront town.
All right, we should make it under there. I think we're 13.4.
And I did not see anything on the Allstays about that. Oh, it's under the railroad tracks. Do you want me to get out and look?
Yeah, I'm gonna let these people by. Yeah, please get out and look.
Okay.
Alright. We're good. You're good.
How tight?
Kind of went uphill a little bit. It was, keep going. Woo! Inches despair.
Whew. Okay. We probably had 4 to 6 inches. This telephone poles are right on the edge. Cute little town. Be a lot less stressful in a vehicle. These are cute little town houses. And I wonder if it was because it was a railroad trestle that they didn't have it marked on my thing.
It should have been on there. Look at how low these lines are. These power lines. Hell. Am I going to hit those?
I don't think so.
Cute town. Don't ever want to come back. In the motorhome.
In the motorhome. Really cute town though. And I tell you, I bet that's loud when that train comes through.
When I was in college, I lived on a train track. And after 2 weeks, I never heard the train again.
That train is right there. Cute little town. And there's the sign, $2.95, which is where we're headed. Oh, great.
What?
Freezer's open again. Not sure what made the freezer door come open, but it did. Just get a little bit. Yes, and the bridge over there. If you can see it. Might not be able to see it. Stick with us and we'll show you what not to do.
Okay. We stopped just outside of Delaware, getting ready to get back on I-95 after going through that cute little town. $3.19 a gallon, 31.33 gallons for $97. It's gonna take 6 ounces of Stay-Bill. That's how much I got in this bottle. So all right, so let's figure this out. We went 201.5 miles. 201.5 divided by 31.33. 6.43. That's about our average. I think we found a workaround for the turnpike. Shows we have another 108 miles to go. So while we were sitting here doing our diagnostics on everything and trying to figure out how we're getting where, I said, let me go in on the Garmin and check the settings again.
Because it was just weird that we kept getting faced with all these toll roads.
And we've never done that before. Well, somehow or another the toll button got pushed, and so I pushed the avoid tolls. Now, you know, we've had grandchildren over messing around. We've had the animals in this the holder had come loose twice and fallen. The cat's been up here swatting at stuff. I don't know how it got changed, but
somehow it got changed.
108 miles to go. We're getting ready to get back on 95. I think it's
and
now.
Evidently, there's another toll on 95 that we got to go around.
So we're gonna go around that. It's like, what I don't understand is Interstate I-95 is a federal highway. How can a state set up a toll on a federal highway that my gas taxes were used to build?
Half a mile.
It just makes no sense. They can put a toll on I-95. Now I can understand if the state built a little loop road around the city or something, but not Interstate I-95. This is going to be, looks like, the second set of tolls on I-95 that I've had to work around.
Well, what I'm confused about
In
is
a quarter mile, merge onto I-95.
how is it a small section, then no section, and then a small section again on 95? How is it intermittent?
I don't
on
know. In the
95?
last one that I went around was a minimum of $12.50. It could have been as much as $25.
Well, and when I went to try to do an estimated toll tax or toll fee for the New Jersey Turnpike, I didn't know how to categorize us.
Right.
Because it said truck, buses, you know, it didn't say anything about RVs or how many axle RVs or, you know, it didn't say that.
I don't know, but now we've got 107 miles, so we'll
We
carry
think we're on the right track. We've got the no tolls set. Hopefully that's going to help us. And it's the trucker GPS. So hopefully that's going to help us from not running into any low bridges or anything.
Which is still getting replaced.
Yes, absolutely. Alright, so we're getting really close to the Delaware state line.
But we're getting off I-95, so will we see a sign for Cindy to get?
Right. So to avoid another toll,
Yep,
it's,
last exit before toll.
So we're going to have to get off here, and so we don't know if we're going to see
A sign or not. Toll a federal
In half a
highway.
mile, take exit 109 for Maryland 279 north.
And I will like to report that the GPSs are now
synced,
synced and they're showing the same thing.
and we are not using Waze.
No.
Take
All right.
exit 109, then take the Maryland 279 North ramp.
So we're taking 109. That says,
Take the Maryland 279 North ramp, then use the right lane to take the Maryland 279 North ramp.
It just popped up before. I mean, it didn't tell me which one.
279 North, that's what we want.
Yeah.
Okay.
Use the right lane to take the Maryland 279 North
And
ramp.
that car hauler's getting on the toll.
Yeah, they've probably got sun passes. Like the thing back there I showed.
Easy
like,
Pass.
Easy Pass or something, it was $2. If you don't have one, it was $12. So we don't have one because we've never been anywhere that.
We needed one.
No. They didn't have them in Montana. They didn't have them coming back and forth. They didn't have them in South Carolina. So we will see, because it still says 1.2 miles Delaware. This looks like a pretty big road. You may actually get a Delaware sign. Never Delaware. What's a Wawa? Oh, they have those in Florida, don't they?
Yeah.
Oh, there's your Delaware
There it is.
sign.
So I can get it. Hopefully you got skills. I don't know whether I got it or not.
Newark. We're in Newark. All right. I guess we'll bring you back when we have another problem.
Yeah, today when we have another problem.
So we're trying to get on I-95 and it says ramp narrows. And you should have seen me going around that curve when we first got on.
Alright, I'm going to try to show in the rear view that bottom mirror so you can see how close we are to the edge. I don't know if you can see that.
I'm gonna be like the kid in the back seat. Are we there yet? Hour and 45 minutes to go.
Go back up.
No. Looks like I need to get over. Okay. Alright, your New Jersey signs in 5 miles.
I knew it was coming up.
In a quarter mile, continue straight to stay on I-295 North.
Let's go straight.
Yeah, I gotta get in the middle lane. It says 0.4 miles till.
Continue straight to stay on I-295 North. Continue on I-295 North for 5 miles.
Jersey, these two, New York, that two, right?
Oh, God.
Call or text later, babe. Heads up.
I'm having a hard enough time just keeping up with the road signs.
I want exit 1B. .6 miles.
There are lane closures ahead.
Awesome. want to go over there with the Primos.
I know, right? I feel like we're on the New Jersey Turnpike. Right lane closed, merge left. See.
Alright, I'm thinking your sign's going to be on the bridge. Let me know after this car passes, so I want to get over one. Sign at 1.5 miles. .8 miles to your sign there, baby.
Yeah, it's gotta be on the bridge, huh? It's a big bridge.
3 miles to your sign.
Okay, use right 2 lanes for 295.
Yep, so the turnpike goes to the left and 295 goes to the right. Almost said, let's pull over in that Cracker Barrel for the night. We'll go the rest of the way
I know,
tomorrow.
right?
We only have 71 miles to go. Alright,
I don't see the sign yet.
says we missed it. Says already.
Did you
I
ever
haven't
see
seen it. I haven't seen it, no. Unless it was high when we were looking low.
In a quarter mile, keep right to stay on I-295 North. Follow signs for Campground.
Maybe the camera caught it. I didn't see it.
I didn't see it either.
Welcome to
Keep
Salem
right to stay
County.
on I-295 North.
Alright, they must have taken it down.
Continue on I-295 North for 25 miles.
Okay, let's take a deep breath.
Alright, so I've never seen this before.
What is this?
Oh, it's not doing it now. It had a flashing propane bottle in the right corner, so I wonder if I would have stayed on the turn. No, it's still doing it.
$2.95 to Trenton. $2.95 north.
Fred, this says turnpike.
What the F? We were supposed to get off at that 1C.
Are you serious?
I think so. Maybe not. Here's another sign up here. Oh my gosh.
Try to get over.
2A.
It says 33 miles.
Oh, that's south. Oh my gosh.
Oh, it just says shut off propane
There
in
it
New
is.
Jersey.
Welcome to New
Welcome!
Jersey.
Hey! Alright, so it just flashed the law up. It says you're not allowed to travel in New Jersey. Shut off propane in New Jersey.
Really?
Yep. See, it flashed right
So
here.
it's a good thing that we did.
Oh, it's over.
Oh, it's gone. Okay.
So I'm gonna pull over in this rest area, and I'm just gonna make sure
Everything shut off.
that the guy turned it off.
That I was like, the guy? Aren't you the guy?
No, I asked him when he filled up with propane. He wouldn't let me film him, but I just want to make sure.
This is gonna
And
be
I think we're on the right road. I don't think we got on the turnpike.
No, we didn't. I don't think we did.
So you're just trying to stress me. I haven't had enough stress today.
Apparently, I've got to add to it. This is going to be another one of those funky, maybe not most areas. They just have a long drive in.
You know, I forgot to ask you. It's too late now, so it doesn't matter. When we left this morning, did you lock all the doors on the undercarriage?
I'm not sure that I did. You're right. It's too late now. Okay. I haven't seen any doors open when we stopped.
It was 62 miles away.
Another follow us for what not to do. This traffic looks a lot better.
Yes. And I'm happy to report that the KOA guy did what I asked, and he left the propane off. And
What's up with the welcome centers being closed?
I don't know, the last two were closed. When we stopped where the mobile suites was, the TRV was closed, and then we just stopped at that one to check the propane. And it was so closed that they had porta potties lined up
Yeah.
in the parking area.
Now this is what I call standstill traffic.
No, by your definition, we're not standing still. We're going 3 miles an hour.
We were going a lot faster than that before earlier.
Yep. Says
How many more miles to the exit?
9.8. New Jersey, I hit, the things which I don't know if y'all read much, but I read a lot of junk. And so I love Janet Ivanovich's Stephanie Plum series. She's a bounty hunter. Well, she's a lingerie salesperson turned bounty hunter. And it takes place in Trenton, New Jersey. So we may be close enough for me to go ride around Trenton so I can recognize areas in the books when
Really?
they
Do you really think you'll be able to recognize things from the book or the movie?
Yeah, like Stark Street. I'm gonna try to find Stark Street, where all the drug dealers and bums live, where the big murder from One for the Money happened
Oh,
down on Stark Street, and who knows?
normally these train trestles and stuff make me nervous, but that 18-wheeler's in front of us, and if he can get through, we can get through.
This is what you call bumper to bumper. I think these states are overpopulated.
I mean, we've only gone, what, 4 or 5 miles?
If that. I am so ready to park for the night.
Alright, so you said 34A.
Hey, 2.6 miles.
Quarter mile. 34A.
Yep.
Alright.
Still have 39 miles to go.
Goodness.
Continue straight onto Marlin Pike East, Marlin Turnpike.
I think we're finally getting out of the city.
Thank goodness, I just saw a sign, fresh eggs, $5 a dozen.
Whoop whoop.
At a little farm right there.
Red Lion Metals. We've seen quite a few neat little places so far, haven't we, babe?
Yeah, some nice little farms and
Produce places.
yeah, Amish produce stand, and so we'll see.
Yeah, an Amish place that we're gonna have to check out while we're here.
There's cherries, $10 a bushel. Here's a little red top market. I wonder what that is. Farmer's market.
So far, I'm liking this area.
Yes.
Not all the area that we had to drive through.
Yes, this is much not. This is more my speed. That crap we drove through to get here.
Yeah.
Y'all can have all that.
Well, and there's got to be a better way than the way we did.
I don't think there is.
Yeah. Okay. Then the way we just did it, there's got to be a
Well,
better
yeah,
way.
we could do it without all the stress and the. Next time it will be easier because we know our wayish.
Wayish.
What is that thing?
No, it will be a little easier because we have a clue now.
Red Lion Diner. That looks pretty cool.
I've seen a lot of really cool little places that we're gonna have to check out. No, we.
All right, so there's to Atlantic City.
Yep.
I think we're not but 45 minutes. We may be an hour or something. I don't know. I'll have to
Lakehurst,
Google
Long
it.
Beach Island.
Onto New Jersey 72 East.
It says Long Beach Island this way,
Continue on New
28
Jersey
miles.
72
Manahawkin,
East.
22 miles. Our campground looks like it's 17 miles away.
But, you know, people will say, "Oh, there's nothing around there."
Yeah,
You know.
and there might not be. We're still 20 minutes away, but
Well, I mean, 20 minutes.
Oh, it
That's
is.
not that big of a deal.
Department of Corrections.
Oh,
There you go. We're near a prison.
don't get out of line.
No. Here's, we can go hiking here. Braden Barn State Forest.
There you go.
Maybe we'll run into an escaped convict.
Wow, really?
All right.
Take the next right onto County Road
What does it say?
563.
DATSTO?
TSTO, Basto.
Chatsworth, New Gretna? Gretna? I'm going to call Kelly and tell her we're 15 minutes away.
Looks like they've got a bike lane on both sides.
Yeah, we can ride the bikes up here.
To where? To that big road?
Yeah. Hello. All right, we have made it to our camping spot. In a week or two, I will show y'all the campground. Here's our spot, all gravel, nice and level. Slides out, jacks down. We'll do our unpacking tomorrow. We're exhausted. I'm just gonna hook up the water and we're gonna call it a day. I got the electricity already plugged in. But yeah, that's what we're dealing with. Till the next one, y'all. We'll see you down the road.